got a brand new look. Let's give you a serving of irrational confidence and energy to help you get your week off to a great start. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Rise and shine, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Let's go kickstart this brand new week with some good vibes, great company, and unstoppable energy. Happy Monday. I'm Monique Tuzon. Your mornings are always mo fun with us. Join us in the next hour for stories and conversations that matter. So we have really good news today because our show starting today has been extended for an extra 30 minutes.
Extended for another 30 minutes. We're going to have Weather HQ as part of the family as well. And of course, that means we got a lot more to talk about here.
Exciting.
I've had so much coffee this morning because we need so much energy to get things started.
Yes, I know. This is not the usual you.
I know.
Bakit? What's the usual me?
Normally you're quiet.
Wala, you're quiet.
Today you're very,
Yeah.
woo, let's go. I love it.
Alam mo, feeling ko tomorrow magti-TikTok ka na with us.
No. That's not happening at all. Pero kanina, pa-preview nga, can you let the people know what you have been cooking up for your TikTok? Kasi grabe yung production nyo kanina.
Ice cream
May
yummy.
green screen sila.
Ice cream good.
Green
Ice cream
screen sila. They're not using the feature on TikTok.
No?
They did it themselves. And
Has her own
I'm
graphic
scared.
design, director, everything.
And si
did
Mo
you?
nakasama. Si Mo.
I
yeah.
literally didn't know the dance. I just kept pointing. So it's fine. We'll
But
just
it's
see what
fine. It really
happens.
wakes you up in the morning to have those TikTok
does.
videos.
And
then next time,
everybody-
you gotta join us, pal.
And the crew was so happy, right? Oh, everybody's
yeah.
smiling.
Yeah, everyone's smiling.
The
They were all
cameraman
part of
and
it.
everyone,
Siyempre,
yeah.
natakot sila kay Anne eh. They can't say no to Anne.
Uy, grabe
To the point that si Mo rin, hindi na pa hindi.
I know. I didn't even know the song.
Grabe. But you know
Yeah.
what? All joking aside, great to have a bigger group together. Of
Yeah.
course, when I mean bigger group, you look at our production here, especially those, our writers, our producers, dumami na po sila.
Yeah.
I know. Welcome,
So
everybody.
exciting.
We're so excited to have you guys this early in the morning. And we have more guests, too.
Oh, ang dami nating guests today. Actually,
Yes.
seryoso. and
Daming
then,
guests,
ano,
and daming new segments on the
Yes,
show.
yes.
So it's gonna be jam-packed
Yeah.
all the way till 8:30. So you guys should stick
it will be
around.
such a surprise. I don't know part of it. I don't know. We'll find
None
out.
of us know, so you
Yeah,
know
we'll
what?
see. We'll see how it
We'll
works
all
out.
find out together.
All right,
But
we
right
got
now-
to get some serious stuff
Yes,
going on.
yes. We got news that you could use. Let's start with something for the motorists. Heads up, guys. Fuel prices are expected to see mixed movements this week. The cost of gasoline will rise by as much as 70 centavos per liter. Diesel prices, meanwhile, will go down by more than a peso per liter. A rollback is also forecast for kerosene. The Energy Department says factors for the adjustment include an increase in U.S. oil inventory and continued uncertainty surrounding U.S. President Trump's tariff threats.
In the meantime, Morocco denies the 100 billion pesos overcharge among its consumers. That's after Senator Risa Hontiveros called on the electricity distribution company to refund the supposed overcharge before they could be given a franchise renewal. On BNC's Follow the Money, Morocco spokesperson Joe Daldariaga says the overcharge has no basis.
The call for 100 billion has absolutely no basis as far as we are concerned, because the order that emanates from the ERC simply stated what will be the actual rates that we have to plow back given the rate recess process that did not happen. So prior to this 19 billion, we actually already refunded close to 50 billion pesos. So if you will add both, if there will be an order again for this 19 billion, that will total already almost 70 billion. But the 100 billion, absolutely, for the record, has no basis because there is no such order.
Daldariaga says they had earlier submitted a 19 billion refund proposal to the Energy Regulatory Commission for the consumers. Once it pushes through, the refund will pan out for the next 3 years. Watch the full interview on Follow the Money later at 4:30 p.m.
Now, Paolo will give us today's weather forecast from Pag-asa. Take it away, Pao.
Well, this is a bit different, but we still got the weather for you today. Let's take a look at 5 a.m. today, where Pag-asa says the northeast monsoon is affecting the northern area of Luzon, while the easterlies are affecting the rest of the country. Now, let's take a look at northeast monsoon first. That is expected to bring cloudy skies and light rain showers over Batanes, Cagayan, and Apayao. Now, you take a look at those areas there, all affected by northeast monsoon, especially with the cool winds. Moving down south to Mindanao, though, you can expect cloudy skies or scattered rain showers and thunderstorms that will all occur due to the easterlies. Meanwhile, the rest of the country can expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies, with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms likely all throughout the day. Now, residents are advised to be prepared for possible flash floods or landslides during moderate to at times heavy rain.
PNP Chief General Romel Marbil denies political intimidation in the implementation of Oplan Revitalized Katok. Marbil says the program is in accordance with the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act. He assures the public only gun owners with expired licenses are the targets of the program, to remind them of the existing election gun ban. The Commission on Elections earlier called for the temporary suspension of the operation as it may be used to threaten voters. Marbil and COMELEC Chairman George Garcia will meet on Tuesday to tackle this matter.
President Bongbong Marcos is confident that his slate will get the 12-0 sweep in the upcoming senatorial elections.
Ang nais naming maging resulta, siyempre, ang lagi naming iniisip, dapat talaga sa unang-una, sa Senado, 12-0 dapat. Yan ang habol natin.
The alliance is comprised of PFP, Lakas CMD, Nationalist People's Coalition, National Unity Party, and the Nationalista Party. He says while they come from a diverse background, they all aim to serve the country.
We have gathered, I believe, the best people and the most effective public servants in the Philippines under our umbrella. Ngayon sa PFP at sa buong alyansa. At hindi natin masasabi na hindi masasabi ng sino man na ating mga katunggali. Hindi masasabi na ang hinaharap natin ay napakahina, hindi marunong, walang alam. Walang ganyan dito sa PFP, walang ganyan sa alyansa.
In world news, U.S. President Donald Trump warns Americans the sweeping tariffs he imposed on Mexico, Canada, and China may cause some pain. Both Canada and Mexico vowed to retaliate, while China said it would challenge Trump's 10% tariffs at the World Trade Organization. Critics say Trump's plan will slow global growth and hurt Americans by driving prices higher. Trump defended the tariffs as necessary to curb illegal immigration and the drug trade. In the meantime, a sigh of relief for Israelis as more hostages return from captivity in Gaza. They say they hope U.S. President Trump will facilitate a deal to end the Gaza war. Earlier on Sunday, the Israeli Prime Minister left for Washington to hold a meeting with Trump and his Middle East envoy, who helped get the agreement on the Gaza ceasefire deal. Israel and Hamas complex deal is set to reach its second phase tomorrow. While more hostages and prisoners are yet to be freed, Israelis voice considerable confidence Trump will bring further agreements between Hamas and Israel.
Oh boy, the entire sports world has been talking about this. The trade deal between the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers sent shockwaves on Sunday, and it looks like it's official. It's goodbye Texas and hello Hollywood for basketball superstar Luka Doncic. The Los Angeles Lakers have welcomed Doncic on its official social media pages. Luka marks a new chapter in his NBA career at La La Land after spending his first 6 seasons in the Lone Star State. Joining Doncic in LA are Maxi Kleber and Markieff Morris. Utah is also part of the deal, where the Jazz will get Jalen Hood-Schifino and a couple of 2025 second-round picks from the Lakers and the Mavs. Going the other way, Anthony Davis will be sent to the Mavs, along with Max Christie and the 2029 first-round pick from the Lakers. Reports also say Luka, AD, and LeBron were caught off guard as well regarding this mega trade. The NBA trade deadline is on February 6th. And I'm being asked here to talk about this with Mo and Anne.
Hey, I know about this, actually.
I've read about it too.
okay.
Yeah, I used to work in the NBA,
Yeah,
so you're underestimating
Mo used to work in the
me.
NBA.
So I know this.
Okay, so
a
what
little bit.
do you think, Mo? Oh, I'm so
You
excited.
know what? I feel like not just the sports world, but the whole world literally stopped. I thought it was a prank yesterday.
Yeah.
I was with my boyfriend, and he's such a big Lakers fan and Luka fan. And he was like, "Oh my God, did you see this?" He was on X. I was like, "No way, Luka got traded. There's no way. I didn't even know he was available to be traded." And it's just weird for me to see him not in a Mavs jersey. But people are happy that he's in the Lakers. I don't know.
Why
like,
was he traded?
That's the thing, we don't know
no
why.
one knows why. We thought it was a prank.
Yeah.
And then the Lakers this morning posted, I woke up around 4:30, they posted, "Yep, it's official." And I said, "Here we go, buckle up, NBA, this is gonna be fun."
Yeah, it's funny. Wait, so that's, first of all, I'm so proud of you, Mo.
Grabe naman si Paolo. He acts like as if I know nothing. I do follow the NBA a little bit.
I don't follow the
Anne, wait,
NBA.
input from Anne.
Let's hear
Okay,
Anne's
let's
input.
go,
You know
Anne.
who Luka is?
No.
It's okay.
And
Okay, okay.
Pero alam mo, wow, it's incredible. I don't know how, it's so surreal. I don't know a real world counterpart for it. I don't know how to explain.
I think this is the biggest woe trade in
Yeah,
any sports
it's like
history.
imagine your favorite local celebrity moving from one network to the other, and hindi nila alam na lilipat sila.
I don't think the team, the Mavs, didn't even know.
The players did not know.
Yeah, they didn't know.
teams
Really? Like
obviously knew.
everyone's surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the
Okay.
players did not know. So when they were traded, and these are superstars, normally they would know. Pero imagine mo, bigla, you're working for one network, and then the next day you're told to go to the other network, and you weren't part of the
Yeah.
conversation.
Even the players themselves,
Yeah.
they don't
They
know
didn't know.
why
They didn't know
got
why.
traded. Ooh, interesting.
So exactly,
Yeah,
right?
that's why it's so weird to see AD not in the Lakers
No,
too.
for me, that was trying to talk sports using gossip.
I know, I loved it. I loved your analogy.
Para
She got
maintindihan
it.
ni, ano,
Yes,
ni
you know
Anne,
me,
kailangan gamitin ng
I'm so
chismis.
showbiz.
Diba?
Yeah.
And speaking of entertainment, Mo, take it away.
Oh yeah, that's me. I was gonna say, Anne, take it away. That's me. Well, the Grammy Awards has officially kicked off in Los Angeles this morning with the red carpet abuzz as music's biggest names arrived for the ceremony. Beyoncé will compete for the top Grammy Prize Album of the Year with her country record, Cowboy Carter. She has never won the Album of the Year trophy despite being the most Grammy Award-winning musician of all time. Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department is also nominated in the category, as well as Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. Comedian Trevor Noah returns to host the telecast for the 5th time. The Recording Academy says today will be a celebration of music while acknowledging the deadly wildfires in LA. Parts of the proceeds will go to the victims of the massive wildfire.
Now, up ahead, get to know Mr. and Miss Chinatown 2024. Denzel, Chang, and AMA Chong De Leon join us live in the studio after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
The latest news, national issues. Are you concerned of the one-year ban rule with impeachment? The political scene.
You know what? Kaya po kami talaga naging magkaibigan ni Pangulong Duterte. And I hope it's because of a kinship and the commonality of beliefs.
And conversations with prominent personalities.
I always question what's out there na babrand na natin na fake or conspiracy. Parang meron naman talagang katotohanan.
All these firsthand at the forefront.
Nagbabalik ang Usapang Bilyonaryo. We kick off Season 3 with an exclusive.
This is your first on-cam interview?
It is.
I've been in Aboitiz Power for 15 years now. I rose through the ranks.
Danel Aboitiz, President and CEO of Aboitiz Power, is now at the helm, steering the company's growth and shaping the future of energy in the Philippines.
When did it start to turn a profit? I mean, of course, in the beginning.
Immediately, actually.
Oh,
I
really?
must say. It was a profitable business with an inherently low operating cost.
Get a rare inside look at the mind of a true billionaire. The vision, the passion, the drive. Usapang Bilyonaryo, where ambition and success meet. Don't miss the pilot episode, Mondays, 8:30 p.m., only on the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
From the filing of candidacies until the last ballot is counted, your newest trusted news source, BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, will be at the forefront to guide your decisions and guard your vote. Tune in to BNC's Election 2025 special coverage.
And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. And of course, we got beautiful people here in the studio. Premier Chinoy Pageant, Mr. and Miss Chinatown is on a mission to preserve the cultural heritage of the Filipino-Chinese community. But what does it take to do that? To tell us all about it, we have with us here in the studio are the winners themselves of Mr. and Miss Chinatown, Denzel Chang and Maymay Chong De Leon. It's a beautiful day, Denzel and Maymay. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so first off, when we talk about Mr. and Miss Chinatown, guys, we always talk about, okay, this is to celebrate Filipino-Chinese heritage. Did you feel siguro more proud of your heritage throughout the entire process? Denzel, ikaw muna.
Siguro. Is this basing off the Chinese New Year lang?
Yeah, especially with that and of course yung the entire experience. Because the community does come together.
Like
We've seen that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I guess it was a whole journey of like knowing your whole identity for this pageant.
Yeah, for the pageant,
And
for sure.
for Chinese New Year, I guess we had an activity that was really interesting. We had like an arcade, like a buscade, like a buscade.
Like a buscade. Okay, I have no idea what that is.
I know, it's like, oh, please expound.
It's like you ride on top of buses, and it's like a whole line of buses, and then we give food and I think money.
Yeah.
To the people.
Maampaw.
Yeah.
Parang ganun.
Well, okay, I wish we were there.
I know, same. I wish we
Bigyan ng
got
ampaw,
ampaw.
eh.
There's
fun,
some
it's fun,
ampaw for us this morning.
Sorry.
No, just
I'm
kidding.
not ready.
Well, maybe I want to start with you. How was your experience like? Maybe give us what's your biggest takeaway joining Miss Chinatown?
Joining this pageant was really a different kind of experience because before I already joined pageants, but right now it's about more of we focus on cultures. So it's two different cultures. So we focus and we give importance on the celebration of what we have. Yeah.
Did that help you connect your culture a bit more? Yung heritage ng pamilya mo? Oo.
Super. It really connect. Kasi it's kind of like we try to more, like we show it our culture. It's a bit like a pressure to us, like we combine two different cultures and how we celebrate it together. So because of this pageant, we have a chance to show them and to represent it more. So we have different activities na we talk more of like, we connect more of Chinoy communities.
Yeah, we're seeing a few of the footage there, a few of the pictures there from the entire Mr. and Miss Chinatown pageant, and it looks like an incredible party. And of course, syempre yung personality niyo does stick out at the same time. Denzel in particular, kasi theater actor daw si Denzel.
Yeah, I heard.
Did that training help out? Alam ko kasi yung mga theater actor, I used to do stage work at alam ko ang kakapal na mukha nila. Did that really help?
True. At least he admitted that on screen.
Wait
so,
lang, we're talking about
just
Denzel,
saying.
okay? Makapal ba yung mukha mo? Yun yung tanong ko. Eh, nakatulong ba yan?
Actually, sa akin, hindi talaga.
Oh, wow.
It's more of...
Nakatamblas ako dun, pero go
Hindi
ahead.
makapal mukha ako in real life. I think I'm a bit introverted. But when you're on stage, you're taught how to get into character. So
Yes.
that's literally what I did for this thing. I'm wearing white here.
Alam mo, Denzel, we're exactly alike pala. I'm introverted din.
Yeah, totally.
look like it.
Denzel, I heard though that you also made your cape. So not only
wow.
are you a theater actor, you're an artist as well.
yeah,
Can you
I
tell us
love-
more about it? I think we're gonna show that on the screen soon.
Yeah, but can you tell us a bit more about it first?
I love painting, and it's about the Great Wall on the Cape.
Oh, wow.
So I wanted to put that out there. Like, what does Chinoy mean to you? So it's like having the Great Wall. And I was talking to the si Coach V. She was here earlier, and then how most of the Chinoys, they still have Great Walls, and as much as it represents strength, I wanted it to represent something else, more of inclusivity. So it's not promoting it; it's
there.
more of it should have been promoting inclusivity and not having boundaries. You feel
That's interesting.
Wow, that's a
it's like
good
reverse presentation
Reverse psychology.
of the Great Wall, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's an interesting concept. Of course, Maymay, you're also a former Miss Tourism Philippines ambassador as well. So again, you talk about representing culture, you talk about representing yung mga heritage natin. I mean, you come from promoting the entire Philippines, promoting an entire heritage, an entire group.
Yes.
Did you feel that, iba yung responsibility when it comes to the two of them, or nakatulong ba yung experience mo as Miss Tourism?
Yes, kasi I learned and I met a lot of people, not just in my city or in my municipality, but across the different places, different towns and municipalities.
Yeah.
And aside from that, and I learned about it's different pala. Like here, it's a different culture here. Another place is a different culture as well. So having different cultures, we try to unite pa rin as one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kasi,
that's a good thing.
I mean, there's so many types of cultures dito sa Pilipinas. I know the Filipino-Chinese community is so proud of their own culture. They have their own, they have their own restaurants too that they know about. At the same time, they have their own ways of doing things as well. You can go across the country. But when we talk about yung diversity na yun, how much of a challenge was it to siguro unite everything? Because we always talk about ang daming klaseng kultura dito sa Pilipinas. What do you feel was the common thing that united everyone?
The common thing is about our attitude and also the food. I love the food.
Yeah.
What's your
brings us
favorite
together.
food?
A lot.
But you have to pick one dish.
But my favorite is like sinigang.
Of course.
Yung maasim na sinigang.
Okay.
Sinigang na baboy.
See, it doesn't have to all be Chinese food, right?
I was just curious. Denzel, what about you?
Chicken.
Okay, random.
Anyway.
Basta lahat ng manok.
I'm like,
yan yung
alright,
paborito ni Denzel.
Cooked anyway.
Of course, again, we talked about you being an artist. You're also an athlete, UP swimming, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of it involves basically performing, getting into this zone. Kasi iba talaga yung spotlight when it shined on you. Obviously, you prepare ahead of time. Pero you mentioned getting into character. What is that character when the spotlight is shined on you? Oh, diba?
It's like
I know, right? You gave him a hard
like an
Q&A.
alter ego of Denzel Chang. So
Anong pangalan niya?
Denzel with an S. Yeah, real.
Yung S stands for super daw. So si Denzel with an S.
Oh wow, it's me. Yeah.
Yeah, but Denzel with an S, this is the process of him making it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, so sorry, could you go on? So describe that alter ego, yung alter ego mo.
It's like a no fear character.
Yeah.
Na can look anyone in the eyes and
I
just
get you.
perform, something
Yeah.
like that. Because the natural Denzel, I don't think you can do that. So you have to get into that
That's actually a
zone.
good point. May, you've been doing this for a long time, 4 pageants already.
Yeah.
Yan ba din yung mindset mo when you get on stage, or is it different? Kasi alam ko yung preparation mo is siguro, I mean, with all of your experience here, you've been obviously with camps, you've been training for this.
Yes.
Ano yung mindset mo when you hit the stage?
It became different the fourth time I joined. Kasi before, it's like, when you join, whatever it is, it's okay. But this time, like the fourth pageant I had right now, it's like, you need to win it. You have to have a team. You need to prepare well enough. But before, I don't have like that. But it's like, sali ka lang ng sali. Parang, okay, whatever it is, go lang ng go. Pero this time, you have to have a goal. Kasi,
so this one, iba talagang effort going into this.
She was more prepared. Because,
yeah.
I mean, like, I joined pageants too, well, a pageant, but I know, like, the preparation.
Top 16 first try.
No, but the preparation is insane. I mean, you kind of just get thrown out, you know, like, there, and you don't know what's happening. So, I guess you're just a veteran now. So, you coming into Miss Chinatown, you already know the ins and outs, right?
Yes, yes.
So, for you, May, what do you think, how do you think Miss Chinatown actually changed your life?
It's a really, really different kind of experience because we do not just focus on competition itself, but rather we focus on celebrating our different kind of culture and united as one. And aside from that, my favorite thing about it, it is an opportunity for us to meet a lot of different people.
Yeah, agreed.
Because like after the competition, it's like it didn't stop there, but after that we have a lot of different activities. Even our fellow candidates also joined. So we met like Filipino-Chinese community, like Filipino-Chinese Chamber International. We also have an outreach like that in the photo, with Wei from Mr. Antipolo. So we also have a chance to represent the Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Denzel, with a Z? Or are you with Denzel with
S
an
right
S
now.
today?
Today
Right
I'm
now
with
with
an
an
S.
S.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
Denzel
on
with an
cam.
S.
He's on cam.
Oh, so Denzel, how has this changed your life?
Siguro just getting to know myself more and finally like fitting in to the community.
Yeah, did you feel that it kind of, you mentioned fitting in with the community, did you feel that it kind of affirmed you as a member of this community? Because, I mean, like, it is a big honor, syempre, within the Filipino-Chinese community.
Yes, it did. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I get you. And of course, you mentioned kanina, may yung samahan. Because I know for a fact, especially talking to different, pageant contestants before winners, na yung samahan becomes a very big and important part between the contestants. How was that aspect of the pageant for you?
Actually, the samahan is one of the factors why Mr. and Miss Chinatown being unique among other pageants. Because aside from that, they give importance to every culture. Like, they want to expose where you came from. Yeah, and then after that, they connect to other communities as well.
So, I'm curious, Paul, let's
for it.
see what you think too. I want to know your guys' definition of Chinoy beauty. So, Denzel, let's start with you.
Chinoy beauty,
Yes.
as in like the physical beauty.
No, I mean like, pwede
Just for
inner,
you.
pwede
Yeah,
outer.
what
Just
do you
the
think
culture
when you
like
hear
that.
that word? What
Like,
what comes
pops
to
up?
mind?
Culture, I guess. Chinoy beauty. Yeah, I guess. Besides like the physical of what a Chinoy pretty person is. I guess the culture,
It's culture for you. How about you, Mimi?
May?
More of like mestiza or mestizo for me. That's that Chinoy beauty for me.
Yeah, the physical
Yeah,
outward.
physical.
But then, of course, when you look at the internal naman, what is it that makes them beautiful
Yeah,
in your
in
mind?
internal, it's more of like being generous.
Being generous, mapamigay, and all of that.
Yeah.
My favorite, the reason why I say that is because kapag Chinese New Year, they always give tikoy
yeah.
instead of receiving tikoy, diba? I mean, like, it's their
Yeah.
holiday, right? But then, at the same time, they give things away and they don't receive. But, of course, we're all excited to know what's next for the both of you. Denzel, we'll start off with you.
Oh, I'm currently in a musical.
Oh.
It's called Liwanag sa Dilim. Yeah, that's what's next for me for the next 3 months, yeah.
And
Okay,
where
so,
can we find
yeah,
that?
plug mo muna what company and of course
this is
where.
by Nine Works Theatrical by Direct Robbie Guevara. Yeah. This will be shown at Makati, RCBC.
RCBC.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that should be really interesting. How about you, Meme?
Just catch us more of our upcoming events.
Okay.
Yeah. This week and next week maybe. And also we have Fashion Runway Manila on February 16, 7 p.m. Yeah.
Perfect. And of course, for those who want to follow the both of you on social media, I'll let you guys plug it. Denzel, ikaw muna.
Oh, mine's just Denzel Chang with a Z this time.
With a Z, walang S.
Gotta make
Pero
sure.
gagawa na siya ng Denzel with an S
Right.
na account. Parang Finsta or some another account. How about you, Meme?
Just follow me on Facebook, Lourdez De Leon. And Instagram, meron ding May De Leon. Pwede ring Lourdez De Leon.
Either works.
Yeah, yeah,
Anong
it
alter
works.
ego mo dun? But all right, all joking aside, guys, congratulations. Thank you so much for coming on. We're excited to see what you guys got to do in the future. Good luck on your show and good luck on the rest of your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we've got more stories for you later on in the show. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Good evening, I'm Pinky Webb.
The questions.
What did you uncover?
Nakita natin yung sa IPO, there was a violation of Section 8 of Republic Act 9511.
The issues.
Is there a problem with that, the present setup of the syntax?
The reason there's a 5% increase is because of inflation.
We clarify matters.
All these government agencies were actually at the lowest. That's why it has to be, I hope that it will be addressed.
Pinky Webb is always on point.
If PhilHealth will not do its job of paying us at once these claims, which are supposed to be advance payments for the benefits of these patients, then we will have a problem in our operational expenses. And for some smaller hospitals who do not have what they call a buffer for this funding, then they will experience problems in paying for the salaries of their staff and then buying additional supplies and goods and medicines for their patients. And that may cause our smaller hospitals to downsize and probably even close if payments are not made efficiently by PhilHealth.
Beauty, adventure.
I do agree with that. I would rather spend my money on travel.
We got you. Join Marie Lozano where she uncovers the untold stories and surprises in the world of lifestyle.
Love it. Let me get my geek on. That was so amazing.
The Lifestyle Lab on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Hello and welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. More news updates for you this morning. 2 ships of the Chinese Coast Guard were spotted in Pangasinan Sunday morning. The Philippine Coast Guard says the Chinese vessels were seen 34 nautical miles from the province. The PCG immediately deployed aircrafts to issue a radio challenge, but the Chinese vessels did not respond. 2 Philippine vessels were sent to monitor Bolinao Town. On Saturday, the BRP Teresa Magbanwa drove away a Chinese Coast Guard ship from Zambales, but it was soon replaced with another Chinese vessel recognized as a Coat monster ship. The PCG says they are closely monitoring and guarding the place, which is around 150 nautical miles away from Zambales' coast.
The Agriculture Department is now taking steps to prevent a possible shortage in egg supply and hike in its prices. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Laurel Jr. says they are now monitoring poultry farms throughout the country following the bird flu outbreak in the United States. The department is now expediting the importation of chicken and approval of avian influenza vaccine. While the Philippine Egg Board Association is optimistic egg supply will remain stable, it says situation may change if there will be a severe outbreak.
I was so excited to do this piece of news because in pro wrestling, there's no stopping John Cena and his quest for championship number 17 after falling short at the Royal Rumble. 16-time world champion was...
What is best for business is I main event WrestleMania. And what is best for business is for the first time I confidently say that I'm going to win a 17th championship. So I'm announcing tonight that I will compete in the Elimination Chamber. And I'm saying that because after 23 years of loyal service to this company, I feel that opportunity is earned.
Akala ko introvert ka.
San banda?
Still in pro wrestling, from his hit live streams to rubbing elbows with sports icons, iShowSpeed makes his latest side quest at the Royal Rumble. The popular stream.
Now here at home, vivid colors and upbeat music in a grand parade signaled the official start of Baguio's annual Flower Festival. The 29th edition of the Panagbanga Festival kicked off over the weekend. The parade showcased the city's floral treasures as Panagbanga is Kankanauy for season of blooming. Most events in the celebration's calendar revolve on the theme of flowers and blossoms beyond boundaries. Institutions such as the Philippine Military Academy and the Baguio Country Club made sure to have their annual events coincide with Panagbanga. Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong joined the street revelers and noted that the festival has come to mean something more.
We have faced difficulties, yet we stand tall, adapting to the various forms of change that were inevitable while staying deeply rooted in our identity. Panagbanga has evolved into more than just a festival. It has become a movement, a symbol of Baguio's enduring spirit, whose beautiful and rich culture, the warmth of the locals, and the time-honored traditions are meant to be shared beyond our borders.
The grand street dancing and grand floral float parades will be on February 22 and 23, while the closing and awarding ceremonies, highlighted by a grand aerial fireworks display, will be on March 2nd.
Now let's check in on how cold it is in Baguio today. Well, let's go look at the forecast here come from Baguio. According to the Metro Weather System's hourly forecast, in Baguio the temperature will feel like 28 degrees Celsius at 9 a.m. and will rise to around 29 degrees Celsius from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. under partly cloudy skies. By 1 p.m. it will dip slightly to 28 degrees Celsius and then rise again to 29 degrees Celsius at 3 p.m. before dropping back to 28 at 5 p.m. As the sun sets, it will feel like 27 degrees Celsius. So for those enjoying the Panagbanga Festival, the weather is a bit warmer than the usual cool Baguio temperatures.
In other news, since 2013, Art Fair Philippines has been on a mission to bring contemporary art to a bigger audience. And this year, they're stepping it up with international exhibitors joining in the fun. G. Baroga tells us more.
After more than a decade, Art Fair Philippines is moving to its new home here at the Ayala Triangle Gardens. From February 21 to 23, get ready for a vibrant showcase of contemporary art, from exhibits, digital works, photography, and film. Tricky Lopa, co-founder of the fair, shares that the new venue offers art lovers the chance to enjoy the beauty of the gardens while taking in the art. This year, 47 galleries will be showcased, along with dedicated spaces for photography, film, art talks, among others. In 2024, the fair attracted around 25,000 visitors, 30% of which are students. Organizers are hoping to keep that momentum going and maybe even break a record this year.
Initially, our goal was to widen the audience for contemporary. Now we have the audience. We want the audience engaged in a deeper way, in a more meaningful way, with how they, I guess, more critical, more discerning with how they look at art.
One exciting new addition this year is an anonymous European artist known only as Spy Studio. Lopa tells us the artist plans to create an unexpected intervention on a tree right at the venue, using everyday materials in surprising ways.
He likes intervening in unexpected ways. So he chose a tree in Ayala Triangle Gardens, and he's going to be doing something with it using something from the everyday that you don't expect. So that's all we know.
Lopa is also optimistic about the local art scene, saying the fair continues to shine a light on what's happening in the Philippines while bringing fresh ideas to the forefront.
People are, both artists and the audience, are always willing to embrace something new, always willing to learn. So I think that's what's been consistent.
Exhibitors from Austria, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, and Vietnam will also be joining local galleries at this year's fair. G. Baraga, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
A content creator rings in 2025 by challenging netizens to live for the moment. RV Mendoza, the visionary behind the Just Do It Fat movement, will join us live after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Magandang gabi, ako si Corina Sanchez Rojas. Magandang gabi, ako po si Pinky Webb. Simulan na natin ang agenda.
Nasa radyo na, mapapanood, mapapakinggan.
94.7 FM.
Nahaharap ngayon ang Estados Unidos sa isa na namang 4 na taong Trump presidency. Death squad rin yan. Binawi niya yung sinabi niya. Masalimuot ang buwan ng Oktubre para sa ilang bilyonaryo. Sa bawat issue may anggulo at ang balita may agenda.
We also are trying to tap the high value added semiconductor industry. So with all the geopolitical tensions in the Taiwan Straits, we are a possible destination for further high-tech investment in Clark, in Subic, where we have all our free trade zones.
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. An up-and-coming vlogger talks about the importance of living in the now, regardless of your body shape. And his mission is gaining traction online, earning recognition from music superstar Lizzo. Now let's bring him on the show. RV Mendoza joins us via Zoom from Motown, Detroit, Michigan in the U.S. Good morning from Manila, RV, and good evening to you.
How are you doing?
Thanks for coming. So, RV, you know, this mantra is so unique. Just do it fat. What personal experiences led you to this mantra?
Yes, okay. So, my name's RV. I was born in the Philippines, Quezon City, and I'm a Filipino immigrant living in the US, in Detroit. And I'm a content creator with a message. Find joy in the journey. My family story is one of resilience and finding our way into America. And through sheer will and sacrifice, we did that. But it taught me survival. But as I've grown, I've realized that survival isn't enough. Standing on that foundation my parents built, I see that balance, clarity, and thriving is even more beautiful than just surviving. So my goal is to remind people that joy, dignity, and self-determination should drive us forward.
You know, what I love about your content, RV, is that this particular move that you made to just do it fat, it just feels like you're giving people permission or reminding them that they are allowed to enjoy life despite how they look, despite what other people might think of. I mean, have people reached out to you that really touched you in a way that, hey, what I'm saying is important and that this is something that we should emphasize even more?
Yes, you can see in the video that I made, people can use the sound of me talking, and people have been collaging their videos of them doing things. Like I've seen ballerinas, I've seen dancers, I've seen people climbing, and I see the comments and people saying like, this finally feels like I have the permission to not just wait for life to happen to me and to take the reins and to do it without waiting for my worth to be given to me, but to know that my worth is inherent.
Mm-hmm. Like, you know, Lizzo as well, she's such a big body positive
Advocate.
Advocate,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
thank you. So I know she commented, "I love this" on your on one of your videos. What was your reaction like? I'm sure your world stopped and you freaked out when you saw that.
Well, at first I was like, well, this makes sense. Lizzo and I are friends. We're friends now. But
Besties.
I just love Lizzo and I love what she represents for people because she's also making change. But that's the thing about Just Do It Fat is the idea that you can, it's not about not wanting to change your body if you want to. I have my own goals in my life to make changes. And it's not about being unhealthy if you need to make changes, but it's about changing because you really want to change, not because it's coming from someone else or expectations or shame.
You know, everybody's loving your Just Do It Fat reel. You know, I've watched it several times already, especially when I'm feeling down and out. You know, it's such a pick-me-upper. And it has gained thousands of views on TikTok and on Instagram. And your other content as well, you really promote being confident about your body, self-love, right? Now, RV, have you always been this confident about your body image, about self-love, or was there a turning point in your life where, you know, you decided to focus on self-love?
Yeah, I've struggled with my body for as long as I can remember. For years, I believe my worth was tied to achieving milestones. Like, I'll wait until I graduate. I wait until I get my job. I'll wait until I lose weight before I do the thing that I've always wanted to do. I've spent so much time waiting for my life to start, only to realize that I was wasting precious moments. So Just Do It Fat movement was born out of this frustration. And it's about recognizing that we're all worthy now, just as we are. I don't need to wait for some perfect condition to access joy or self-love.
Yeah, you know, we're just, again, going through all the content that you have posted. A lot of it are tied to what people think, like, okay, you have to look like a certain... by the way, I'm looking at that camel milk right now we're showing. We have to talk about that later because I have an experience with camel milk I want to share with you. But one thing I want to focus on at the moment is a line that you actually did post in reply to Lizzo, which says that life comes from us, not at us. And apart from Just Do It Fat, that feels like a universal saying that I'm sure would resonate with a lot of people. I mean, how has this whole experience, seeing all these people resonate with your message, really emphasize or reinforce that particular line from you in your own life?
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things to remind myself is you can't steer a parked car. I'm living proof that Just Do It Fat doesn't mean staying stagnant. It's about movement, action, and embracing life fully. So you can see me swimming, dancing, biking, building something. This mindset has allowed me to pursue things that I never thought was possible or that I was too ashamed to because I was worried what people would think about. So it really has liberated me to just try something new and to feel like I really do belong wherever I am.
RV, where do you see your platform going, you know, in the next few months or even years? Are there any future projects in the works or maybe a collab?
Yeah, so as you probably have reported about, we're not sure what TikTok would happen. So my Instagram has been even bigger than TikTok at the moment. So I'm really building a great community there. People that want to find joy in the way there. That's my big message is find joy on the way to your goals. Otherwise, what's the point? You just you're going to get to your goals and you're not going to know how to be happy when you get there. So people that want to join me on Instagram, that is the main message that I try to remind people of through my content, whether it be silly or something inspiring like Just Do It Fat.
RV, you know, your content is it's such a positive light with everything happening in the world. But I want to know, what has been the most challenging part throughout this whole campaign?
That's a great question. The challenging part for me might have to be people's reactions to it. Some people have trouble pushing past their shame about this and are unkind. But for me, the clarity, it's easier, it's better. Life is better when you know where you're going rather than what you're leaving.
Yeah.
And so clarity I have on what kind of world I want to live in is so present in my mind that any cruelty I might receive just kind of falls off my back. But it is something that I might be tempted to believe sometimes.
You know what? Just a quick yes or no here. Do you read comments?
Yes.
All right. And the thing is that a lot of people, even if you say that, hey, I'm not really affected by the comment, sometimes it does stick. And normally you need a bit of a support group there to keep you right. I want to ask about the people around you in particular, because every single successful content creator I've met has always had that people in the background who are not necessarily on camera, but they're able to keep you grounded, keep you on course. Who are those people for you in your life so far?
Yes, boundaries are so important as a content creator. And for me, I imagine my comment section like my living room. People are welcome in, but I don't allow redecoration. And so I block people immediately that are unkind. Like, you're not part of this journey that I'm going on. It's okay. And when I have trouble with those boundaries, I have a huge group of Filipinos here in Detroit that it's called Filipino Detroit Supper Club. And we support each other through all of that. Filipino Americans, we always find each other wherever we are.
Oh, that's sweet. So now, RV, I know Paolo's been dying to ask you this question.
Yes.
So we know you've tried camel milk, and Paolo has as well. So Anne and I haven't. But can you tell us, how was that experience like? Because
we're
Paolo
so
will tell you
curious.
about his experience later on.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like the camel milk, but I'll try it again maybe if I had the right cereal.
No, I mean, because, okay, Arby, you got to back me up here, all right? You got to back me up, because when I tried that camel milk, the taste that came out was, first of all, it's healthy, all right? It's supposed to be super good for you.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a superfood. But I have a hard time connecting the fact that I'm drinking milk that is sour, or salty rather. It's salty milk, but it's good for you. I do not judge anyone for people who like it, but then I don't know. How was your initial reaction? We saw the video, by the way, but of course, now that we can elaborate it further, what is the description that you have it in your mind?
I'll say this. I'm going to just do it fat with almond milk.
Yes, almond milk.
No, because I don't know about you, RV, but I'm gonna tell the girls here. I was surprised.
So it's salty.
It's a bit salty, and I was surprised with how frothy it becomes when you shake it.
Frothy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to try. Oh, look at RV's face. I would like to try it. Try everything once.
Okay, but no, wait. I have a
eventually,
suggestion for RV though, because right after I had camel milk by itself, I had it as a Spanish latte because it's salty. It could go with something sweet. Are you willing to try camel milk again, but mixed in a sweeter drink?
Sige, I'll do it.
Ayun!
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe like a camel milk frappuccino or something,
we're gonna be a camel milk connoisseur show at the end of the year. I have a
We're
feeling.
gonna have a cooking show with just camel milk.
All right, RV,
Yes.
what else are you going to do fat in 2025 that we should all watch out for?
Yes, I just started new dance classes, beginner dance classes, and
Wow.
Yes, I'm learning ballet, I'm learning jazz, I'm learning hip hop, and sometimes I go into class feeling like, oh, do I deserve to be here? And the answer in my mind after just a few seconds of thinking is yes, I deserve to be there just like anyone else. Everything good that ever happened to me happened in this body, and so I'm going to accept that.
I love it. RV, now before we end our segment, take it away and give advice to everybody who are struggling to just do it fat.
Ooh, I know, especially growing up in the Philippines, it can be really hard to feel ready and motivated to do things. We feel hesitant to try new things, but it's 2025. It's time to try something new, to do it fat anyways, to do it scared, to do it single, to do it regardless of what people think. It's time for you to take ownership of your life. You can't steer a parked car, so just do it fat.
Absolutely. Thank you
yes,
so much for that,
I
RV.
love that.
And I'm telling you right now, there are a lot of people who are affected by that message, especially those who has just seen Tita last week and was asked about their weight, asked if they were just married
Yes.
or any of that, or when are they getting married rather. That is really inspiring. RV, really appreciate you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, RV Mendoza, all the way from Detroit, Michigan.
Mabuhay!
Mabuhay! Maraming
I
salamat,
love his
RV.
energy.
So when we return, I'll speak with the Education Undersecretary Malcolm Garma about DepEd's concerns on disaster response. As we go on break, we give you today's horoscope from Feng Shui Master Hans Kua. Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Good morning! It's beautiful day with me, Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope for the day para sa araw na Lunes, February 3. Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat, patience is the key sa career dahil ito ang magbibigay ng tamang timing sa pag-angat mo sa buhay. Blue at 5 ang swerte. Punta naman tayo kay Year of the Ox. Perfect time na rin para i-update ang portfolio at resume mo. Make sure na ang nilalaman nito is truth and nothing but the truth. Green at 4. Sa Year of Tiger naman huwag papadala sa alalahanin, look at the brighter side lagi. Kaya huwag kalimutan na maglaan ng oras para magsaya. Red at 8 ang swerte. Kay Rabbit naman makakaramdam ka ng pagkaunawa sa iyong partner. Ang iyong pagkakaintindihan ay mas lalong lalago ngayong araw. Silver at 6. Sa Year of the Dragon naman, bantayan ang maliliit na gastusin na madalas na hindi mo napapansin. Yellow at 1. Sa Year of the Snake naman ang dagdag na kaalaman sa negosyo ay magbubunga ng tagumpay. Gold at 3. Sa Horse naman magkakaroon ng bonus mula sa trabaho dahil sa sipag at tiyaga. Gray at 9. Sa Ship naman maganda ang pasok ng pera kaya dapat mag-ipon habang may kinikita. Brown at 3. Sa Monkey naman mag-ingat sa pautang na hindi sa mga kakilala mo, hindi mo kilala, ingat pagpautang dyan. Red at 4. Sa Rooster naman ang pagpapatawad at pag-unawa ay magbubukas ng maraming kaligayahan sa relasyon. Silver at 6. Sa Dog naman maglaan ng oras upang kumain ng maayos kahit gaano ka-busy. White at 8. At sa Year to Pig naman magiging maayos ang relasyon mo sa customer at sa kliyente. Yellow at 6. Paalala lang ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Ako po, si Master Hans Kua.
And welcome back. This is Weather HQ on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel on It's a Beautiful Day. A huge part of land in Carasi, Ilocos Norte is affected by a grass fire that started on Thursday. According to the Office of Civil Defense, 287 hectares of land in Barangay Barbaquezo were impacted. This includes 50 hectares that are part of the DENR's National Greening Program. Authorities quickly worked to contain the fire, conducting heli bucket operations as part of the firefighting efforts. The Bureau of Fire Protection in Ilocos Norte says the fire was extinguished on Friday, but the cause is still under investigation. Local disaster officials continue to closely monitor the situation to prevent any possible reoccurrence. Now, the Second Congressional Commission on Education, or EDCOM-2, reports on the Department of Education's lack of funds and restrictive procurement process hampering its effective response to disasters. EDCOM-2 is tasked to undertake a comprehensive national assessment of the country's education sector. Joining us via Zoom is DepEd Undersecretary Malcolm Garma. Good morning, Yusek Garma. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to your listeners and to your viewers.
Yusek, first off, to start off, because our country has always been on top in terms of risk from natural disasters, and of course, DepEd is affected by it, especially with all the damage to the educational institutions in and around the country. Could you give us an idea of what extent that DepEd has to function or has to try and recover from in terms of damage because of natural disasters?
Yeah, well, for one, DepEd is really doing its part in so far as addressing the effect of the calamities and the disasters affecting our countries, particularly those regions affected by the recent successive typhoons that we experienced last year. Well, number one is that we are really investing our effort in terms of the disaster response, making sure that our learners, our personnel, the schools are safe during these calamities and during these disasters. Second is that we would like to ensure that learning continuity happens even if our children, if feasible or if available, can continue learning while they're at home.
Yusek Garma, the Philippines encountered a lot of almost unprecedented number of typhoons in a short amount of time in the last quarter of the year, particularly in the Bicol region. You take a look at the actual allocated budget for DepEd to respond to emergency situations and the amount of damage actually incurred by the typhoons. Just how far is that gap? Can you give us an idea of how much more investment is needed to respond to those type of disasters?
Well, right now we have what we call as a peak response fund. For the past 5 years, since 2019 to 2024, we have already allotted around 12.8 billion for our peak response fund. So it's an average of 2 billion a year. While last 2023 and 2024, this has been increased on the average at around 3 billion. So this is basically the fund that is available in terms of quickly responding to the damaged classrooms or to the damaged schools or the damaged facilities, in terms of building immediately or repairing or replacing immediately the damaged classrooms. So this is what we have so far. And of course, this is on top of the regular budget for our school building facilities that is placed under the annual budget. So, but the problem, is that, sometimes since 2019, 2020, as mentioned, the quick response fund may not actually translated into actual repair on the ground. One is that many of the schools that are badly damaged, construction or repair would not be feasible at the moment. So we have to clear out, and of course we have to really plan out on what type of structure are we going to replace or are we going to put back in the affected schools. So basically, that's what we have right now in the DepEd QRF, Quick Response Fund, and the regular budget for our school building facilities.
Yusek, was the QRF sufficient to address all of the damage incurred by the storms last year in particular?
Well, for 2024 alone, we have around 1,855 schools that have been affected by the various calamities or various disasters. And around 6.6 billion of this would be needing classrooms that would be needing repair, and around 1,846 classroom needs to be replaced, and that would amount to 6.3 billion. So if you have your 3 billion a year quick response fund, this may not be enough.
Well, sir, right now there's also a law signed by President Marcos mandating the establishment of permanent evacuation centers. Do you feel that this could actually help when it comes to disaster response, considering that in the past schools have been used as evacuation centers when in regard to making sure that the general populace is safe? Do you think that this could actually be something that could help secure schools as well?
Yeah, this is indeed a welcome development for the DepEd, because after disaster or after calamity, communities expect that schools will be used as evacuation centers. So aside from the suspension of classes happening during the actual onslaught of the disaster, the calamity, so we also expect that some schools being used as evacuation centers may not hold their in-person classes. So we welcome we definitely welcome the construction of separate evacuation centers in the respective local government units.
Yusek Garma, I'm sure that it's an ongoing process trying to improve the disaster response of DepEd, especially when it comes to the facilities being destroyed by the natural disasters. What steps is the department taking to improve this even further? What areas of improvement do you feel that can be addressed in 2025?
Well, number one is that we have to firm up with our data. We have to firm up in terms of the actual damages happening on the ground, the learners that are being affected, how many school days are being lost because of the suspension of classes. Second is on the structural component, meaning we have to put up more disaster resilient, typhoon resilient structures in our schools. Third is that we have to ensure the learning continuity, meaning we have to put in place a stronger, more robust and viable alternative delivery modality. So basically, these are the three major areas that we are looking into in terms of improving our disaster preparedness and resiliency insofar as our schools are concerned.
Well, we're seeing a bit of that as well after the groundbreaking ceremony in Cebu for the country's first 12-story public school building that is claimed to be disaster resilient. And of course, we're going to look for developments for that in the future. Yusek, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be part of this program.
All right, that was DepEd Yusek Malcolm Garma. Now, the Quezon City Epidemiology and Surveillance Division records 944 dengue cases from January 1 to 26 this year, 153 of them from District 5. Joining us via Zoom is QCESD's Chief Dr. Rolando Cruz. Good morning, Doc. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning.
Doc, let's take a look at the numbers here coming from Quezon City. Some people might be wondering if this is a spike or if this is normal in terms of their numbers. Is there a comparison to last year's numbers for the month of January when it comes to dengue cases? Is this higher or lower, or is this just the norm?
So this is actually very unusual for this time of year. No? Usually the number of cases will start to go down after a spike during the typhoon season, like October, September. And then it start to go down by November, December until January. But since last year, we are seeing a continuous increase of cases into an epidemic level. So if you're going to compare the cases for Quezon City right now, it's the latest number is at the end of January 31. So it's at around total of more than 1,000 cases already. This is 137% compared to the same time last year. So this really very unusual for Quezon City in terms of cases.
Doc, you mentioned 137% increase compared to last year. Is there any reason that your department has identified, especially in particular sa District 5 po, where from the data from Jan 1 to January 26, it says there were 153 people from that district with dengue?
That's correct. No? Particularly, the cases are coming from the Barangay Gulod. No? Mm-hmm. So we're looking at the intermittent rains that are actually happening after the series of typhoons. No, so and if there are rains, no, or stagnant water, clear stagnant water in the community, marami talagang lamok. No, there are going to multiply more mosquitoes in the community, and therefore, if there are dengue cases, more transmission of dengue will happen. No? So this is actually, we're also looking at climate change. No? So although it's very difficult to connect everything, but that's what's happening right now. No? So more rains it means more water in the community or the stagnant, more breeding sites for mosquitoes, and then it's very difficult to remove all these breeding sites. There's going to be a transmission of dengue cases in the community.
There has been a consistent effort when it comes to the communication of ways to fight dengue, anti-dengue notices, and of course, basically pieces of advice to try and prevent the spread of dengue and address stagnant water, as you mentioned. From the point of view of the local government, what are the recommendations made, especially to those affected areas, to try and more aggressively address this growing problem in QC?
So it's quite a challenge right now, no? So especially in a very in a depressed community, or wherein if you're going to do a search and destroy activity, no? So it's like everything in the community is it's a breeding sites of mosquitoes. So it's very difficult to communicate. No? So what we're doing right now is we are really going house to house, no? Investigating cases so that within those community, people will learn, no, on how to search and destroy and how to avoid having a stagnant water in their areas, no? So, and then also with the help of the barangay, we'll do a chemical control. No? We immediately do chemical control for all those areas with clustering of dengue cases, no? So that we kill the adult mosquito right away. No? So that's the purpose of that. And then in our health centers, no, there are dengue test kits, no, that can be that can help diagnose, no, cases with fever, no, so that we immediately quickly diagnose if this is dengue, and therefore we can manage it, avoid serious complication or even deaths, no. So that's what we're doing right now in the local government units.
From a medical prevention perspective here, Doc, obviously there was a dengue controversy that did affect the confidence of people when it comes to the dengue vaccine in particular. In your opinion, Doc, just how important is it for a dengue vaccine to be approved soon, especially considering the troubles that you've had here with the 137% increase this year?
Yes, I've been saying this in a lot of forum already. So the dengue shock controversy we can only end it by a good dengue vaccine, no? So and it should be implemented strategically, no, so that we can finally end the dengue shock controversy. We need really a vaccine, no. In other countries, this is their main intervention for dengue cases, so that they avoid deaths, no. So because if you have persistent increase of dengue cases, it can actually reach those children that are vulnerable, probably have a lesser resistance to dengue, or have a lower immune system, no? So that when they have this dengue virus, they are more likely to have a serious illness. I think the dengue vaccine is appropriate. It should be implemented strategically in the Philippines, no? So at least that's what actually my opinion on that. And then the only way that we can end the dengue controversy is really a very good dengue vaccine that can be implemented in the community.
Doc, we really appreciate your honesty and, of course, your opinion and the updates with regard to the QC issues and their dengue outbreak there. We hope that the numbers do go down, and we hope to talk to you again very soon. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Right, that was Dr. Rolando Cruz. Moving on to some international news, Australian authorities confirm one person died after a state emergency service vessel capsized due to flooding brought about by torrential rains. 5 people were rescued from the vessel. Australia's weather forecaster said the flooding was triggered by heavy rain from a low-pressure system rich in tropical moisture, and that total 24-hour rainfall were likely up to 300 millimeters or 11.8 inches. Thousands of people in North Queensland state were also urged to move to higher ground. Now, from the weather, let's go see if it's raining in your love life, because it's all about love when we return. Dating Coach V joins us after the break. You don't want to miss this. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Ito po si Father Nono.
Ako po si Father Fiel Pareha.
Ako si Risa Singson Kaupeng.
Kape at pandasal na po tayo. Ito po si Cardinal Chito Tagle.
Former President Duterte and Congressman Ungab disclosed that the 2025 General Appropriations Act had several blank areas in the budget. Do you think that's accurate, and do you think the claim that the GAA would be unenforceable is correct?
Well, ako, honestly, I haven't seen the GAA yet.
Wala pang printed copy after it was passed?
Yes, so wala pang printed copy. If indeed the story of merong mga blanco is true, mali yun. And that should be invalidated.
Is that the first time that that would have happened in the history of the Philippines?
Yes, if this was true, maybe. This is the first time I ever heard of this being done. Kasi I've been a member of Congress since 1998 and I haven't actually, in fairness naman, I cannot really categorically say that this particular budget for 2025 is flawed because I'm not a member of the BICAM.
PNC's Election 2025 special coverage.
Hi there and welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, like we said earlier, we have cooked up something new for you on this show. Since it's February, we decided to get an expert to talk about all things love. Joining us on the show is Dating Coach V. Good morning, Coach V. What do you have for us, girl?
Good morning. It's a beautiful day, everybody. It's Coach V here, and welcome to the first week of February, the month of love. This morning, loves, we'll talk about a new dating buzzword hounding Gen Zs and millennials today. Did you know, loves, that being in this type of relationship can make you single forever? Oh my gosh. So if you're texting every day, hanging out and having a good time together, but when somebody asks you, what are you guys? Suddenly, it's crickets. Congratulations, my loves. You might be in a situationship. Yes, situationship, my loves, basically is a no-label relationship. No clarity. Nobody wants to define that relationship. And so, situationships are more common than ever. Did you know that more than 60% of Gen Zs and millennials have experienced this once? And thanks to dating apps, social media, and our commitment-phobic era. And you know the worst part, my loves? They can last longer than real relationships. Oh my gosh, it could start in a few weeks, months, and it could drag for years. So, how do you know if you are in one? Let's take at the responses. Look at the responses from our audience. Basically, you will know if you are in a situationship if you are doing couple things without having the couple label. Oh, and you know what, loves? Being in a situationship is actually very addictive. It's your brain. It thinks that it's a game. It's that uncertainty that spikes the dopamine, making you chase their attention like a casino jackpot. They also drain you more than a real breakup. You have higher cortisol, you know, that stress hormone. So you have poor sleep, mood swings, and breakouts. That uncertainty, loves, activates the same brain pain centers as physical injury. So it could get really, really painful. Now, do you want to know how to escape a situationship if you are one? Here are the tricks. Listen closely, Paolo. Just joking. He is taking notes. Now, my loves, this is how you can escape a situationship. First is recognize the red flags. If they want you, they would have claimed you already. Number 2, have the talk. Don't let it go into silence. It's either a yes or a no, my loves. Number 3, stop waiting for change. What are you doing staying in that relationship when you want to get married? And most importantly, raise your standards. Why waste your time if you can find somebody who can commit and say yes to you? So, loves, situationships can be fun, but at what cost? Are you actually happy? Or maybe you're just addicted to the confusion. Would you stay in a situationship? Or do you want a clear and loving commitment? Send your answers on the Bilyonaryo News Channel Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube page. And remember, loves, if they want you, they would have claimed you already. Again, this is Coach V giving you real talk about real love. Join me again tomorrow here on It's a Beautiful Day.
Thank you so much, Coach V.
You should have seen Paolo's face the whole
Ang daming natutunan ni Pao.
He got so many
tips.
Yes, his face said it all.
Because I can help other people now.
Yan
yung ano ko.
Akala ko kasi you're in a situation.
Hindi, I'm not. Uy, ano ka, I'm not. I found the confidence. I've had someone who would claim. Ayun. Ako, apektado ako because I found that person that she wanted me to find. Diba? What she was looking for.
So it's clear. It's clear that you're just taking notes for a friend.
For other people.
Or asking for a friend.
Diba? So, ang notes ko pa na dito, by the way, look for the red flags, and then also make sure that the commitment is there. They're not afraid to claim you.
Wala akong problema sa commitment. Excuse me.
Ganun kapag kasal. Ayun, tama.
But anyway, again, thank you so much, Coach V. We are looking forward to your next love session. Now, Bilyonaryo News Channel, guys, scored 12 nominations in the Star Awards for Television 2025. BNC is nominated for Best TV Station, according to the list released by the Philippine Movie Press Club. Our anchors, Karina Sanchez Rojas and Pinky Webb, are nominated for Best Female Newscaster and Agenda for Best News Program. Now, It's a Beautiful Day is also nominated for Best Morning Show! Paolo del Rosario, Monique Tuzon, and myself, we are nominated for Best Morning Show Host. Now, on behalf of the team, thank you, PMPC, for this recognition. Woohoo! Yay!
You know, I love that they use
My goodness.
the post-workout videos of us kanina. I said, of all the videos, yung pawis ko talaga.
Alam mo bakit na-nominate tayo? Hindi ako nag-workout eh. That's obviously
Ganun
it.
ba yun?
Oo,
Okay.
that's obviously it.
You know what? I think mananalo tayo pag nag-workout ka na.
Exactly.
Hindi, baka makancel nga tayo kung nag-workout ako eh. Kaya wag muna, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on this brand new edition of It's a Beautiful Day. This Monday, February 3. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Thank you very much for joining us.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. A quick shout out to Casanova for our set furniture. Thank you, guys. Make this day an unforgettable one by choosing joy and spreading kindness wherever you go.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Thank you again, Casanova. Have a great Monday ahead. And don't forget to join us again tomorrow at 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Only here on
It's
a Beautiful Day!